Spire Energy officials provide an update on the gas outage in Carl Junction. We'll take a look at how one bar in Webb City is taking a new approach to disinfecting. The House passes the nearly $2 trillion coronavirus relief package.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
Officials with Spire Energy say they're in the process of restoring gas service to Carl Junction. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Chris Warner. The Spire says that someone 18 years old or older will need to be home in order for them to restore the service. Now, the shutdown comes after firefighters say a gas line exploded on the south side of Carl Junction during what Spire says was a pipeline inspection process on Friday. One worker was injured in the incident. We could be in for a round of showers and storms. Meteorologist Nick Kelly joining us now with the latest. Good evening, Nick.
And a good evening to you, Chris. In fact, we had a little preview of that a few hours ago with a little bit of rain and some thunderstorms working over the station. That led to some wet parking lot pavement on our property here with maybe some wet pavement on 69. But that complex of storms is already working northeast of Lamar. But we are seeing other areas of rain and eventual thunderstorms develop off to our south and slowly working northward, all ahead of a cold front that will start to cool us down once again as we head into tomorrow. In the meantime, though, we have temperatures sitting mainly between the mid-50s and about 60 degrees. It's going to be kind of a situation where temperatures hold steady for the evening, Chris, before we see temperatures dip back around Joplin, at least into the 40s. We'll break down the rain chances for tonight and what the week ahead is looking like here in a bit.
All right, Nick, thank you. And don't forget, no matter what Mother Nature sends our way, you can stay ahead of it with the Skywatch weather app. It's available in the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and the best part, it's free of charge. All you have to do is search for the Skywatch weather app. One bar in Webb City is taking new precautions to keep their patrons safe from COVID-19. They chose to use a method called fogging, which breaks liquid down into smaller particles, disinfecting harder to reach places. We spoke with manager Roberta Riley on why she chose to use this cleaning method to disinfect her bar, the Longhorn.
And it makes everybody feel more comfortable. It's a electromagnetic fog that they use, and so it goes everywhere, places that we can't. We're proactive on cleaning, but there's lots of places we can't reach.
Now, later tonight, we'll hear more about how this bar is using fogging to clean and keep their patrons safe. The Downtown Joplin Alliance is gearing up to clean up downtown Joplin, and they need your help. The 2021 Downtown Clean Team will be heading out to beautify the downtown area on Tuesday, March the 2nd. The DGA is only asking for an hour of your time to help keep downtown looking nice. And for more information on this story, or for more information, volunteer rather, you can check out this story, which is over on our website at koamnewsnow.com. The Joplin Sports Authority Board announces they're searching for a new executive director. Now, the announcement came this morning after the board made the decision to replace current executive director Craig Hall. We reached out to board president Roger Doman for more information, but our requests for comment were not returned. The House passed President Biden's nearly $2 trillion American Rescue Plan, putting it on a path to become law next month. CBS News correspondent Stephen Portnoy has more details from the White House.
The House voted to approve President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package aimed at helping millions of struggling Americans. The plan faces its next hurdle in the Senate.
Our job today in Congress is to move quickly to address the physical, emotional, and financial health of all Americans. And we can accomplish all three of these priorities through passage of the American Rescue Plan.
This is a $1.9 trillion partisan wish list that could ultimately increase the federal deficit between $2 and $3 trillion without addressing the immediate needs of Americans simply trying to survive this pandemic.
The package includes $1,400 stimulus checks for individuals earning less than $75,000 a year. It boosts federal unemployment payments to $400 a week. The bill could be in the Senate's hands as early as Monday. Democrats want it on the president's desk by the time that federal unemployment benefits expire on March 14th. On Thursday, President Biden's efforts to gradually raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour were dealt a major setback. The nonpartisan Senate parliamentarian said such a provision would run afoul of the fast-track reconciliation rules that Democrats are employing. Still, Democrats in the House kept the wage hike in the bill, a move GOP leaders took issue with Friday.
Unfortunately, the Democrats seem the only reason they're keeping it in for politics.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is considering adding a provision to the bill that would penalize big companies that don't pay workers at least $15 an hour. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, the White House.
Now, CBS News has learned at least 13 House Republicans have filed paperwork to vote on the COVID relief bill by proxy, signing a letter saying they are, quote, physically unable to attend the proceedings due to the pandemic. But some are also scheduled to speak this weekend at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Orlando, Florida. We take this time now to honor one of our many four-state heroes. Master Sergeant Carl Morton served with the Army in Germany, Korea, and Vietnam. His hometown, Quapaw. We are proud to recognize Master Sergeant Carl Morton, tonight's four-state hero. And of course, remember to view other heroes, or if you'd like to nominate one of your own, just head over to our website at KOAMNewsNow.com. And that's a look at our top stories and a quick check of the forecast on the KOAM News at 6. Still ahead, a look at the top medical stories of the week and the latest report on consumer spending at the start of 2021. Well, new research on the loss of smell with COVID and a third vaccine is now getting ready to roll out for emergency use in the U.S. Naomi Ruckham has a look at some of this week's top health stories.
An FDA panel has voted to recommend Johnson & Johnson's single-dose COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use. So far, 20 million Americans have been fully vaccinated against the virus. Health officials are also trying to learn more about a troubling new COVID-19 variant spreading in New York City. Canadian researchers say the loss of smell and taste after a COVID infection may last up to 5 months. Over 800 healthcare workers with COVID participated in the study. More than 70% of them lost their sense of smell, and about 65% lost their sense of taste. And a new study blames menthol cigarettes for almost 400,000 premature deaths from 1980 to 2018. Research published in the journal Tobacco Control suggests menthol cigarettes helped recruit an estimated 10 million new smokers during that time frame. A law passed in 2009 gives the FDA the power to ban menthol cigarettes, but the agency has not acted. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
A formal FDA authorization of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine came earlier today, which means the vaccine could be headed to states by next week. Well, U.S. consumer spending has jumped the most that it has in a long time, since January, 7 months, as the government doled out more pandemic relief money to low-income households and new COVID-19 infections dropped, setting up the economy for faster growth in the first quarter. Now, consumer spending, which accounts for more than 2/3 of U.S. economic activity, jumped 2.4% just last month. That was the biggest gain since June and ended a 2 straight monthly decline. Now, personal income shot up 10%, the largest increase since last April after rising 0.6% in December. Consumers bought motor vehicles, recreation goods, food and beverages. They also boosted spending on services such as hotel accommodations and restaurants, as well as doctor visits.
Consumers are spending on a broad range of goods and services, some of that reflecting pent-up demand after being restricted to some of those, particularly services, for some time. Also a reflection of expectations that the economy is picking up and they're willing to spend across all different sectors.
Now, economists polled by Reuters had forecast consumer spending rebounding 2.5% in January and income accelerating by 9.5%. Basketball dominating sports. Danny Terzer will have the highlights a little later.
But first, I'm tracking rain and thunderstorm chances this evening. We'll see how that plays into the extended forecast when we come back. We had a pretty good day temperature-wise before we saw the clouds, the rain, and some thunderstorms start to sneak in early. So we can see how we progressed over the past 36 hours. We had, goodness, a day where it was cool, stuck in the 40s all day on our Friday to kick off this weekend after we dropped to 35. Nice to see temperatures back in the 60s this afternoon. That's despite a storm system working in, and that was also despite after we got past the morning fog around here. But once we burned off the fog, sunshine helped us warm us back into the 60s, but now we've allowed some of that warmth to pull in some moisture, and we already had a little bit of thunderstorm action work its way around Miami, Baxter, Joplin, and sneaking to the south and east of Lamar. That complex is right on top of the northern shores of Stockton Lake now, but we're seeing other areas of scattered showers and eventually thunderstorms develops, and that's going to be the forecast as we go throughout the evening. So for now, it's dry from our station rooftop, looking back toward Joplin. 56, southeast wind at 12, and the humidity sitting at 62%. If you haven't seen any rain or much of the way of cloud cover yet, you're at 61 in Yates Center, Chanute, 59 in Independence. Joplin, you saw that rain knock your temperatures back down to 56, mid-50s for the most part across southwestern Missouri. I think for most of us, we're going to hold steady for much of the evening, but eventually, as our system works on through tonight, we will see lows drop back into the 40s. So we are definitely set for a cool night ahead of us. But what is going to bring that cool down? It's actually this cold front centered across central parts of Kansas, but we're on the warm side of this front, not to mention another weak warm front across southern Oklahoma and Arkansas gave us our first little batch of rain and thunderstorms to start the evening out. And the wider picture shows this upper low working across the Rockies, helping to aid in our rain and thunderstorm chances and to push that cold front along as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Don't know why that map snuck back in, but this is what I wanted to show you now. Here we are at 6 o'clock. Future Track doing a good job picking up on the scattered rain developing in our southern counties. And that's going to continue to be the trend as we go throughout the course of the night. Then as that cold front works in from the west, we'll see additional bouts of rain and some embedded thunderstorms. I don't think anything too crazy. I'm not expecting anything strong or severe, but it's something I'll keep an eye on as we head into your Sunday morning. Speaking of Sunday morning, lows back into the 40s. Then we're going to get rid of the rain chances once we get into the afternoon. Temperatures, however, I think the cloud cover holds steady during the day, so I think the best we can do is lower 50s for afternoon highs. As far as rain goes, like Doug said the other day, not much. Maybe 1/4 of an inch for some if we're lucky, but any big rain amounts will stay in the southern Ozarks, the Missouri, and into northern Arkansas. Once we get past the quiet Monday, we'll see another upper low pass to our south. That might bring in a slight chance for a few rain or snow showers to start your Tuesday morning out. Then I think we're dry Tuesday. Not looking like a big deal, but it's something I'll continue to keep an eye on. Wednesday looks quiet, then we'll see another system come our way with better chances for rain and storms by Thursday and Friday. The forecast for tonight, though, keeps the cloud cover in place. Rain chances to keep an eye on with lows around 47. Let's go 51 with the north breeze at 5 to 15 tomorrow. 52 Monday, 49 Tuesday with the shot for maybe some rain and random snow showers Tuesday morning. Let's go 59 Wednesday and back to 61 with a better shot for rain and storms by Thursday and Friday, Chris.
Now see, this is a forecast I can definitely live with because those temperatures, they're not dropping that much and they're rebounding nicely. I like this.
Yeah, and even with the rain and snow chances on Tuesday, I don't see that as ice, and I don't see this being a big winter storm. So this is a good forecast for me as well.
I think we got ourselves a nice good snow, and now it's time to settle into storm season.
Yeah, we're looking ahead to spring, thankfully.
All right, Nick, thank you so much. Well, coming up in sports, Missouri Southern Baseball aims to keep their record perfect through today's doubleheader. Plus, the Gorillas win a special one to close out the season on a high note.
The Gorillas close out the regular season at home today with a matchup against Newman. It's been a while since they last saw the Jets, all the way back in November, a game they won pretty handily. PSU looking for the series sweep and to go into the MIAA tournament fresh off a win. Kaylee Demitz fakes reverse layup, bobbles but gets down. Demitz put up 25. Jets now, it's Faith Mason Vestal turning. Jumper is good. Then Maya Williams, nice move to get the bucket. Demitz off the backboard and in. That's 1,000 career points for the junior. Gorillas win to close out the season, 69-61.
I feel like it was just kind of the cherry on top of a really good season. We've had our ups and we've had our downs, but I think at the end of the day, for us to share these special moments together and come together as a team on our last game, it was really something special and something to remember it by.
The Gorilla men look to snap a 4-game skid and end the season with a win. RJ Forney nails the corner three. Now for Newman, it's Ian Lee to Boyce for the bucket and one. Lee with 25 points and 5 assists. Quentin Hardwick Jr., nice looking basket. It's a 4-point game at half, PSU leading. Game stays tight, but Newman pulls out the win, 79-77. The Missouri Southern women are fresh off a solid win against Washburn on Thursday. They aim to take that same momentum and energy into today's matchup against Central Oklahoma. The Lions looking to solidify their spot in the postseason. First quarter, Megan Jackson with the stop and shoot 2. Lions lead. Later in the quarter, Amaya Johns gets the rebound. She hits the fadeaway. Missouri Southern leading by 1 after 1. Second quarter, Johns again here. She drops the mid-range jumper. Then into the fourth quarter, it's Lane Skiles on the left wing over here. She drains the 3. Missouri Southern gets the win, 67-57.
Oh, it feels great, because they do really care about each other, and that's the neat thing about this team. Even with our way we played this year, we've been up and down. Sometimes that can break down a team, but I credit to our kids and their character, what type of people they are. They hung together, and they really come together this past week and had 2 big wins.
The Missouri Southern men close out the season with a tough loss. Tonight's matchup needs overtime. It's Central Oklahoma that comes away with the win. Stan Scott had the Lions team high with 25 points. Lawson Jenkins had 20, Cam Martin 19. The Missouri Southern Lions kick off their first MIAA series of the season this afternoon. They host a doubleheader today against Emporia State. Southern wins Game 1, 3-0. They open up the season 7-0. Looking for win 8 in Game 2, top of the third, game tied at 1. Chandler Bloomer with the single out to right. That brings home Blake Carroll. Top of the fourth now. To ground out to third. Hornets will go scoreless in the frame. Bottom of the inning, Clay Milas with the grounder through the gap. That brings home Troy Gagan. Game tied at 2. This one still going on. 4-3 Lions in the top of the 7th. Pittsburgh State also opens up MIAA play today on the road with a doubleheader against Fort Hays State. In Game 1, Pitt State wins it handily. A late surge gets them the 9-1 win. Mason Hartman had 3 runs, Cruiser Ronda with 2. Game 2, Gorillas take this one as well. Final is 6-0. That's it for sports. We'll be back with more news after this.
This has got the steak.
Coming up tonight at 10, we're going to take a look at how one bar in Webb City is taking a new approach to disinfecting. We'll also tell you what that new approach is. Plus, an update from Spire Energy on the gas outage in the Carl Junction area and what you need to know to get your service restored. All of that and more coming up tonight on the KOAM News at 10. Well, an exceptional low tide left Venice's famous canals almost dry on Friday. Traditional gondolas and boats could be seen almost beached in the canals, creating an unusual landscape in the lagoon city. Venice, beloved around the world for its canals, historic architecture, and art, has always lived in a fragile balance between low and high tides that usually create variations of around 20 inches in sea levels. Now, flooding is a constant enemy of the art city, built on a collection of small islands with a saltwater lagoon off the northeastern coast of Italy, with every new incursion damaging its medieval and Renaissance palaces. Not something we have to worry about here so much, though, Nick, although rain is certainly in our forecast tonight.
Yeah, we had a preview of it on top of our rooftop here a little while ago, but we're going to hold on to rain chances tonight going into Sunday morning. Then I think Sunday afternoon is dry. We'll see temperatures drop to 51 tomorrow afternoon, lower 50s Monday. Watch for another system with some rain and snow chances Tuesday morning, but our next best shot after tomorrow for any widespread rain and storms will be Thursday and Friday as we kick off that weekend, Chris.
It's always got to come on the weekend, doesn't it?
It seems to be a rule of thumb around here.
Well, we'll take it, and we'll take these temperatures. Nick, thank you so much. That's our time for now. Our next news time is at 9 over on Fox 14, and then, of course, we'll see you back here at 10 on KOAM. And thanks for making us part of your evening.